Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Next game? Okay, let's do it. So the next game we'll talk about is the Denver Broncos against the Buffalo Bills. The Denver Broncos were 10th this season in scoring offense and third in scoring defense. The Bills were second in scoring offense and 11th in scoring defense. Clint, let's start with you. Let's start with the Broncos here. Give me your thoughts on how the Broncos could win this game.
They're going to have a challenge on their hands. I think this one's going to come down to they need Bo Nix to play just hair on fire. I think this is almost an opposite of let's establish the run and let's grind it out, which I think is normally how you would approach this, is keep Josh Allen off the field. But I think for the Broncos, their defense is good but iffy, and I think they need to get a lead. If they need to get a 10-point lead and make the Bills change how they want to play as opposed to trying to grind it out. That would be my approach. So I think they need to get Bo Nix going and get a lead second half of the first quarter, like get out to 10-0, and then you might have Buffalo. It's at home, how the crowd gets. You get the little nervousness in the stadium, and try to force the Bills to get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, that's a good point because the Bills, let me see if I'm looking at, the Bills have like the 24th or 25th passing defense.
Mm-hmm.
So throwing on them is the best way to attack that defense. Chris, what about you? What do you think the Broncos need to do?
Yeah, Clint said it well. I think Bo Nix basically has to play the best game that he's ever played in his life. Which is not going to be easy going to Buffalo, because that's a hard place to play in your first playoff game as a rookie. But yeah, that's pretty much the only way they could win, is Bo Nix goes for over 300 and Cortland Sutton has a big game, because Denver doesn't really run the ball that much or that well anyways. So Bo Nix making plays with the legs. We need like Bo Nix 50 yards plus on scrambles, that sort of deal. He needs to basically mimic a Josh Allen stat line, and that's their only chance.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Rowan, anything else to add?
Not too much. I agree. I think this would be one for the Broncos where if you are winning the coin toss, you're taking the ball in the first quarter. But then the other thing I think is they need to make sure the defense is healthy. I know Surtain and Riley Moss have had injuries kind of throughout the season, more so as of late. So, I mean, this last game, Riley Moss was down 100% and he got torched. Or not this last game before. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, the Bills receivers get like the third lowest separation on defenders anyways in the past. So it might not matter too much, but if you can at least make it tough on Allen to fit the ball in there, they might be able to get a pick off him.
Excellent stat. Yeah, excellent stat. Yeah, I like it. And the second, so they have to stop Josh Allen from getting that secondary play off. They got to contain him and not let him like get outside the pocket and get the throwing on the run and getting the big yardage, like where you get the first play stop, but he's able to make like the playground play. They got to stop Allen from doing that as well. So containing Josh Allen in the pocket as much as possible. I think Denver could make things tough for the Bills if they do that. Okay, let's look at the Bills side of it. Let's start with you, Chris. What do you think the Bills need to do in order to win this game?
Josh Allen breathing for 4 quarters.
I
I think
it.
that I don't see this as a very competitive game.
Okay. Clint, what about you?
Yeah, similar to Lamar. I mean, Josh Allen's bigger, to me better, but he is a little mistake prone at times. And if they come into the game maybe underestimating Broncos, and you come out and you have a couple turnovers and you get that momentum and the anxiety in the crowd. Buffalo, a lot of close losses. I think that's Buffalo's recipe to lose, is just similar to Baltimore. You come out and you're just like, first drive, 3 straight throws, 3 incompletions. It's a punt, and you get a little anxious, little nervous energy going. So just Josh Allen has to not have the big mistake or repeated mistakes.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's kind of like what Rowan said with Lamar a little bit, like kind of don't just make it like manage the game, because you don't want, I think more so here than with the Ravens, because like you said, I think with the crowd, the anxiety could set in if you get down by 2 scores. Like Buffalo will feel it because they're used to like having those playoff disappointments these last couple of years. Man, would that settle in quickly? Anything to add, Rowan, with the Bills?
No, not really. Just kind of the same lines. Keep Josh Allen from being Josh Allen of like 2 years ago, where he is gonna try and force it in there, or he's gonna, go take off and try to truck it over a dude instead of just going down. Like you just basically you cannot have Josh Allen get injured.
Yeah.
Is the biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty simple. Now, before we do our predictions, okay, anything else to add for either the Bills or the Broncos? Okay, so one person in this group predicted that the Broncos were going to make the dark horse playoff 7th seed. I was going to say, guess who that was, but Clint, you already crowned yourself. We'll give you that. Now, on the other end, somebody predicted that the Bills wouldn't make the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
Who was that? Oh, Chris. Yeah, that was you. No, that's
That was
rough.
bad.
That one's a tough one.
Yeah.
What did we learn, Chris?
Yeah. Getting rid of Stephon Diggs is the best thing that can happen to your team.
Yes, and never bet against Josh Allen getting to the playoffs. I'm just saying, best quarterback in the division. Okay. Okay, you guys ready to predict this game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it. Rowan, who do you have? Bills or Broncos?
Bills.
Bills. Clint.
Buffalo.
Chris.
Buffalo 35, Denver 17.
Okay, and I'm gonna go Bills as well. So far, I think like we would have chalk as far as who I think majority of people would have winning these games. So let's thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.